Hi, it is I, Goddess Cheryl of the West, also known as the Queen of Mentalnance. Well, today is day one of a 63-day life-changing event if you do the work. If you do the work. So, the name of this series is, what am I going to name this series? Thought Management 101. Thought Management. Let me read this. Mentalness is thought management or establishing a ruling disposition or establishing a thought pattern, group of related thoughts, or mindset that totally dominates the landscape. That's what mentalness is. That is what thought is. And it's going to take you a total of 63 consecutive days to establish a new you, to establish a destiny, to establish a new lifestyle. And it's going to take that for you to actually discover it. You may get into it and say, no, I like the other stuff better, and then want to go back, and you can do that. But in order to change your present reality, then you have to do something for 63 days straight. Let me read this again. Mentalness is thought management, or establishing a ruling disposition, or establishing a thought pattern, group of related thoughts, or mindset that totally dominates the landscape. Just keep that in mind as we continue to converse. Yep. But I am excited about this 63-day plan. Now, the 63-day plan has 3 stages. The first 21 days is where you pull the stronghold down. The second 21 days is when you establish a new behavior. And then the last 21 days is this is a destiny now. You know what? That could kind of today I had class and he was talking about frequency. So in order to establish a frequency, you have to do something frequently. Like frequently, you have to do something. You literally have to put some feet to what you're doing or what you want to do. You need to put some feet to it. And then I guess you know what? If you want to change, you need to put some feet to it. But if you don't want to change, you don't have to do nothing because you are already programmed to that. You program to because you have been doing that thing frequently. It has now established a frequency. Then that frequency unlocks your divinity. And then with the divinity, I think if memory served me straight, that divinity is because everything is it has polarity. Everything is female energy and masculine energy. So it does unlock your divinity. So that divinity can be towards a new goal, a better life, living the best version of yourself, or the status quo. The status quo. So that is the importance of frequent, because frequent leads to frequency, which unlocks your divinity. So what I'm doing now, Day one, baby. Day one of 63 days. And the first day, excuse me, for the 21 day to pulling down the stronghold. Yeah, I'm so excited about that because I'm taking a challenge. And then I'm gonna do this because I'm changing my whole well, I'm just so excited. I can tell that I'm actually growing. My consciousness is actually growing. It's like I can actually see it. I can actually see it. It's like I can like it's like I'm starting to see the field. I'm starting to see the field. And it is so beautiful. Okay, but okay, let me get back on track here. Let me get back on track. Okay, about the frequency. Because frequency, whatever you frequent, like me, I'm doing this 63-day challenge. It's gonna be 21 days to put down a stronghold. And I am health. I am. So I'm changing the rule and disposition that's there now. I'm gonna knock that sucker off the horse. He not king of the mountain. No, she not king of the mountain anymore, any longer. Because I have decided that I want something else to reign. Something that makes me live the best version of myself. That is what I want to do. So I have to frequent this thing every day. I got to frequent this. And you get 24 hours in a day. So if I'm frequenting the thing that I want to change, if I got 24 hours in a day, so technically, say you're going to sleep 8, how many left? However many left from them, I better be doing, what, 90, at least 90% towards, okay, being healthy. I'm going to be healthy. That means I got to think healthy. I got to do things to make me healthy, exercise. Oh, speaking of exercise, I need to exercise today because I said I was going to exercise 2 times a day. So since I said I'm going to exercise 2 times a day, I'm not lying to myself any longer. I need to exercise one more time. Now, this morning I did cardio, and then so this afternoon I'll work a body part. I think that's what Doc said. I work a body part. That's what he do. I'm just copying him on how he do his stuff, you know. So I am, but that's really something. But you have to realize that it takes the consecutive days of doing something in order for this thing, to like really work. Again, they're frequent. Whatever you do frequently establishes your frequency, and that unlocks your divinity. And in that divinity lies your pattern. And I've been looking for a pattern for so long. I was telling my friend that, okay, what is my pattern? What is my pattern? So actually, you know what? I just realized everything is actually kind of really coming together. It felt like kind of wishy-washy or whatever in the beginning, but it seemed like I still deep down just knew something was going to happen because I know I'm on this earth was for a purpose. So I am here to help people establish mental dispositions because I'm born in February, and everybody that's born in February, we can establish some mental dispositions in ourselves first and then others. Now, I just stopped smoking on a dime. That right there was a ruling disposition that knocked another ruling disposition off that became king of the mountain. So this is what you have to do when you are establishing. Well, I should say when you want to establish a new behavior. And also to maintain the behavior that's actually established. Then you have to do this. You got to frequent the things. You got to frequent the change that you want to see. Not in your head. That's one thing I used to do a lot too. Is just sit in my head, going like, oh, in my head, oh, I can get that done. In my head, I just be working overtime, doing what I need to actually physically do. So this on day one, I'm actually doing what I say do. Because that right there is telling me and helping me to establish that I am health. I am. So this morning I said, I am health. I am, I did I am health, wealth. I am health. I am wealth. I am wisdom. I am in great relationship with myself, with my source, and with others. I'm that as well. I did spend some time with that. So you have to say affirmations too. That's important. Every day you got to say an affirmation. An affirmation that I said was, I choose to classify myself as God. Not the God, but I am a God. I am an expression of God on this planet. So I am a God. So I'm classifying myself as a God, right? So I need to think and take on the attributes of that, which is I am all knowing, all loving, all simple, all power, and all present. So as I'm going through these 63 days, I got to constantly say that to myself. That's got to be the movie that's playing in the back of my head. That's the movie that has to continue to play. And from that movie that's continuing to play, then what's going to manifest in my hands? That's what's going to manifest in my hand. So at the end of these 63 days, I'm going to be at least 40 pounds, and I'm putting it out there in the atmosphere, at least 40 pounds thinner. I should say I'm going to be 40 pounds healthier. Because I do need to get this off of me. Because I love myself. I am taking care of this temple. But see, that's all about thought management. Well, what I just said, that the things that I'm saying that I'm going to choose. When I said, well, actually, this is what I'm doing. I am establishing the type of thoughts that I'm going to have. That I choose to just stay in my head. Because we don't have no control over the thoughts that actually come through, right? We don't. We can just, but I can intentionally try to change something, right? A behavior. That'll be my consciousness, right? Fighting against the subconscious. I forgot how to even go. As much as okay, subconscious and the conscious and then the unconscious. So the subconscious and the conscious, they have to get together to kick the unconscious butt, because the movie is running on the unconscious theater. It's running in the unconscious theater. And that's the that's the viceroy. That's the one we got to get, right? So we got to change our thinking and choose to think thoughts that's going to help us reach that destination of what we want. Again, mine's is health. Yours can be something else. But whatever it is that you want to do, you have to make up your mind that you want to do this and consciously try to do it. Now, I think I'm bad. Yes, I do. And let me give you an example of a time that I actually overcame something. I stopped smoking this year. On January 4th, 2022 was my last time smoking. Right? And right before I stopped smoking on that day, I was going to smoke. So all the neurons in my head was going like, you're going to smoke, you're going to go get some cigarettes at 10 o'clock on my first break, whatever my first break would have been that day. But something in me, and like intuition or something, I'm saying it's intuition, because we got three brains. My brain, my intuition brain said no cigarettes. I wasn't gonna smoke no more cigarettes. And said out loud. I said it out loud. I just have not smoked since then. I said that to say this. I'm doing 63 days to establish a new destiny. And to do this, you got to have, you have to, all those thoughts got to come together. Those neurons got to come together. It has to be like the definition say, this is what a thought is. Right? And thought manager, but this is what we need to do. We have to, a group of related thoughts. And that's what that is. It's just a group of related thoughts. You have to get that together. And no matter what, do that thing that you said that you're going to do. And keep doing it every day. And when you have thoughts that come to your head that want to take that out and they want to ride the horse, then you say no. And you keep doing that. And you keep doing that. And every time you keep doing that, that becomes frequent. And then it's going to go to frequently. And then once it becomes frequent and frequently, you establish frequencies. And the frequencies is going to unlock your divinity. Again, the divinity can be good or bad. We want it to be good. So that'll unlock the divinity. But it has to be frequent. It has to be frequent. Now, this is like day 1 of the 63-day journey that I am going on, and then you're going to be going on as well. So it's important and it's vital that you remember to keep the goal on your mind and in your consciousness so that you can change this. You got to already have a resolve. You got to see the end in the beginning. Like right now, I started this. I already see the end in the beginning. I am down. I am 40 pounds healthier. And from this day forward, I already know some things that I'm going to do, right? Because I want to live my best life. And it's some things that I can do to assist me with that in my body, in the area of my health. So one of the things I'm going to continue, I'm going to continue to do weekly exercises. And I can say weekly and commit to weekly, because even if I just do it one day on a weekly basis, that's going to be weekly. But I'm sure I'm probably going to do more than that. And then I guess by me not saying how many times I'm going to do it a day, is that being uncertain? No, it's not being uncertain. What that is being is careful. Because anything that you promise yourself, you must keep. So if I promise myself, I'm going to do it twice every day from this point forward, then I know that that's difficult for me to keep. But I know I can do it weekly. I can do it weekly and keep that promise. So if I do more, hey, I did more. But I'm not going to commit to that. And see, that's one thing I have learned, that I can't lie to myself no more. And if I say that I'm going to do something about myself, I have to do it, because that's part of self-love. That's part of self-love. Oh, man, and saying self-love, it just reminds me of, and I think that I got this here. I was in class today, and I love this right here. The 3-stranded cord. Now, people, this is what the 3-stranded cord is. The three can and I'm going off a little bit, but I got to say this. But the three-stranded cord that the Bible talk about is self-love, self-suggestion, self-sex, and the sex is sacred energy exchange. The three-stranded cord is that. I'm just so excited about this whole thing that anyway, I had a brain fart, but that's okay because guess what? My heart tried to right now tried to feel like fear and all that shit. No, I'm over that. Well, I'm over that. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. But back to this class and this teaching about what thought is. Thought management. Mentalnance is thought management or establish a ruling disposition or establishing a thought pattern, group of related thoughts or mindset that totally dominates the landscape. That's what a thought is. And if you arrange your thoughts in the right order, then your whole life will change. And it is a process. It is a process. A part of putting down the stronghold is arranging those your thoughts in a particular order so you can get what you want. See, you have to do this for 21 days. So this is day 1. I got 20 more days to go. 20 more days to go, but this can happen. And see, this is the beauty of the first 21 days. The beauty of that is this, that once you get the 21 days in, once I accomplish the 21 days, once you accomplish the 21 days, you can now set a foundation. I guess you can actually say them 21 days, the first 21 days is a foundation. Because now you got something to actually stand on. And then the second 21 days, you can look at it like this. You can look at it as deciding what you are going to build on it. That's deciding what you're going to build. Do you want to, like my case, get more healthier? You want to build health. So you can get your thought patterns together to help you in your confessions, your mantras, and your plan together so that you can get that accomplished. You know what? Doing what I'm feeling right now. Right now, I had another thing. I guess you know what? I think I must be trying too hard at this point, wanting to be right when I'm saying something new because I'm feeling a little like eerie. But this is the thing, though. I'm learning to be me. I'm a number 8. Now, 8s are decisive. I'm an executive. That's what number 8 do. So I am decisive. I'm assertive. That comes from my number 5. Now, how did I do all this stuff? Now, I'm doing all this stuff to remind me. And see, this is what you got to do as well when it comes to this thing. Because you have to, fear not. You got to overcome fears. Just overcome them and you can actually do it. But anyway, I was talking about the second 21 days, how the first 21 days laid the foundation. The second 21 days, you can actually do the building. You're building there. That's what it is. And then the third 21 days is just maintaining what you have actually built. And it's going to take a maintaining. And you know how come you got it? It's got to maintain because of this. Whatever you frequently do creates a frequency, and then that frequency is going to unlock the divinity of whatever you frequently. So that's why that's important. That is really important to be laser focused about what you want. Just concentrate. Doc, I think, says something about that what the average um, mindset, or yeah, I can say mindset, the average attention span of humans is that of a goldfish or something. So this is going to take work. It's going to take some work, some effort on your part in order to actually change your life. You say you want you want your life to be transformed, then this is the price that you got to pay to get your life transformed. You cannot go around it. You can't. You cannot go around it. So you got to make sure that you're sure. But let me tell you this right here, though. Say you do join you're going through your program, and you committed to doing the 63 days, but you fall off the wagon. But guess what? You can just get right on up and do it again. Look at me. Listen, I stopped smoking January 4th, 2022. Do you know how long I've been saying I'm going to stop smoke? Do you know how many times? Did you know how many times I said that I was going to stop and didn't? And you know what? A lot of times I started and then I stopped. I started and then I stopped. You know? So if you do fall off the wagon in this process of you becoming the best version of you taking this online class, this 63-day transformation, if you do fall off, guess what? Dust yourself off and try again. It's okay. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Now, I think I actually covered. Oh no! Let me cover some stuff. I got a couple more things I want to say because I actually did write something down. Now, the last thing I want to talk about today in this session, and I don't even know if I'm gonna do this every day or every week because this is like 63 days. I don't know. Maybe I will do it every day. Maybe I guess the way that I'll do this, I got a maintenance, thought, and benefits. So maybe through this, I can tell you what I'm going through. Share with you what's going on with me. If you want to share with me, some of your, what you're going through, that'll be fine. But I can, share with you what I am doing to actually get through the 63 days. And I will encourage you I will encourage you along the way. But at this point, I still don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. But this is the first day. This is day one. It's 63 days. So maybe I will just do it. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll decide. And however I do it, then I'll let you know how I'm going to do it. Okay. But when I do come on, what I am going to be talking about is mentalness. My word, I made that up. Mentalness, which is mentalism. And then maintenance. Wow, little did I know that what I created is the bomb. And you know what's so cool about it is because my first my favorite law of the universe is mentalism. And when I did mentalness, I didn't know it had a whole, man, just a whole state. Might even be considered a country, a universe of its own. Mentalness is just that powerful. Cause all it's saying is what already is, and I thought I discovered something. Yeah, I discovered it in another way to say the same thing. So that's my discovery. So even that is profound to me, just to think I done made something up, and the thing that I actually made up is everything, because thought really is everything. Wow, I just realized that right now. But we'll be talking about mentalness. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Thought, which is mentalness, just another way, and tell you some things about thoughts, and we talk about the benefits. Now, I did not really talk about the benefits. So, benefits of actual taking this class with thought management is that you're gonna hear real life stories, like from me, about the importance of thought and thought management. Then you'll learn about, I know I'm going to talk about, well, okay, I'm starting to feel uneasy again. You see, and I felt this uneasiness, and it is important to feel your feelings, right? And then one thing I know about feelings is this: if I'm having some type of feeling and I don't like, well, I should say one thing about feelings is this: all feelings come from thoughts. So I must ask myself, what am I thinking to make me feel like I'm feeling now? So the answer to that would be, what else do I got to say? In my head, I'm going like, what else? What else can I say? Trying to get things right. But see, this is the thing. This is right. This is right. Because I am being authentic me. And me being authentic me and you being authentic you is right. Every time. I can really understand what Doc been saying all this time. Doc, I am finally starting to see just a little glimmer. And OMG is powerful. And it is comforting. And it is loving. And it's an empowering. Wow. Oh, I see why you like that. Man. I see. Because this thing, man, I'm telling you, and people, if you don't have your Dear Canel report, and what's the Dear Canel report? That's your destiny report. You need to go to www.masterteacher33.com and look. Know what I should, what's Doc's email address? I think it's masterteacher33@gmail.com. Not the WW, just master teacher. I actually think that's what it is. And you need to send him an email and ask him how much is the Dear Canel report. Because that's important for you to have the Dear Canel report so you know what your church is. Because if you don't actually do that, well, I guess, it's good to change your a habit, because you can change a habit. You know what I'm saying? You can change your reality into what you want it to be at any time. But me personally, say this: if you're gonna be changing your life and your habits, and you don't change the path that you're on while you're doing this, then or maybe let me say it like this, because I want to be benevolent. It will serve you to the fullest to assist you with your journey if you get the Dear Kinnear report. Because that'll have your numbers. And you can learn how to use them. And then navigate this thing called life on your terms, really. It will be on your terms, because Doc was talking about today, transcript. How you got to write your own scripts. So technically, yeah, you can write your own script. This is how good in the awesomeness of knowing who you are. And knowing that you the church and that you got these numbers. And that these numbers have, each number have verbs. And these verbs, what they do is activate your nerves, baby. The verbs activates your nerves. And that gives you a vibe. And then from there, you attract your tribe. So that is how important having that Dear Kinnear report is, and being on a life path versus a social path or a psychopath. It's really important. But I know I'm going like, I know I'm all over the place, but that's okay. That's okay. That came up immediately, and then maybe we needed to hear that. But okay, I want to talk about, I was telling you back to what we was actually talking about. So when I do come on, what we're going to talk about the mentalness. We're going to talk about the thoughts. And we're also going to talk about, the benefits, and it's a lot of benefits. It's a lot of benefits. When you have clarity, who don't want clarity? Who don't want clarity? Everybody should want clarity. They really should want clarity. And if they don't want clarity, then guess what? They did at least need to know who they are. So that's a great benefit. Another benefit is that you just feel free. Free. Free, just living in the now. Living in the now. And that now that I'm talking about is the now that you created, because you're gonna, like me, seeing the end in the beginning. OMG. Do you know how much it feels to be 40 pounds healthier? The bomb. And it, let it go. But that's a benefit. That feeling of completeness, fulfillment. That's a benefit. So we'll be talking about that, and maybe if something else, come to mind. Okay, what am I thinking about again? I just had that thought going like, oh, what are you gonna talk about now? You didn't say that like I wanted you to say it. So those thoughts came back to me again, even right now. It came back to me again. Now I got this stuff kind of like going on like in my head, because this is actually my first. No, anyway, in my head was like, should you tell them that this is your first time doing this? Or not tell them that this is your first time doing this? Do you want them to see you as a professional? But you know what? So I got all these different kind of thoughts that's going on in my head. And I don't mean no harm. I really don't. Because whether you believe it or not, I am Goddess Cheryl of the West. I am the Queen of Mentalness. I am an expression of God on earth. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And I have everything I need for life and godliness. And I have chose to classify myself as the God kind. All knowing, all loving, all simple, all power, all present. See, these are my new frequencies. Remember how we talked about earlier about you got to frequently say something so that your frequency can be established and your divinity unlocked. So then you know your path. So that's why you gotta get them numbers. And even if you don't get the full Dear Canary report, I can help you. I can tell you right now that you can take your name and your date of birth. That is how you find your life path number. That's what you need. You can go to check out YouTube and they can tell you different kind of stuff on how you can do some things. Or, for a small fee, I can actually give you that. That's going to be the simplest form. Basically, taking your name, your full name at birth, and your date of birth. And then what I would do, because this is at the most simplest level, is give you your will, your church, and give you your 12 numbers for each of them. Sort of, give you, tell you about, what they kind of mean. That's what I do at the lowest level. I mean, I'll do that. Now, if that's something that you want me to do, then you can cash out me at $, Mentalnance, MENTALNANCE 59. Okay, you could cash out me, and then I'll say $20 for that. $20 that I can do that. Okay, and then it will be an email copy that I send to you as well. But you can at least have that, because if you're serious about taking this to the next level and living your best life, you are going to need to know your church, because you need to know, it is your church, basically. So, because these are this is what you need to live your best life. This is how you find your tribe. This is what you on this earth to do. That God source gave this particularly to you. So you really do need to get that. So whether you buy the full price Dear Can You Report it or the simple, you could do that. And maybe we could do something on the side, just on a little basis, because that is not my cup of tea, really. But I do kind of like doing them, though. You know what I'm saying? And I did my sons and my grandkids and stuff like that. So I kind of like, like doing that. And, I did a few other people, too. But, yeah. So we could do that. And that's going to be, like really important for us to do, too. Yep. And then, and let me talk to you about, the online class. Now, the online class is, when I do come on, I'm going to speak for about an hour. And then we're going to talk about whatever we'll talk about the subject at hand. And then after we talk about that subject at hand, I'm going to more than likely cover 3 points. 3 points, 3 benefits of whatever it is we're talking about. Like, okay, today we talked about like the benefits of mentalness, defining what mentalness is. And I talked a little bit. Well, actually, I'm about to go off. There go that funny feeling again, because I done looked over here in my paper and I saw a word, and all of a sudden, just panic done came. But you know what? No, I reject you. Hoo-ah! Bam! That's mentalness. That's thought management. That is what that is. Feel good with you no matter what situation comes up, and deal with it. Deal with it. I just dealt with that. How many times I had to get that demon off of me, trying to make me feel afraid. For what? For what? For what? I know. I don't want to be afraid no more. I want to be happy, and I shall be, and I am happy with me. And this is my gift, and I am sharing with you. Now, if you're down with me, then you're part of my tribe. And if you're not down with me, hey, but I still love you. It's okay. It is okay. And if you think I did, actually, I don't care. But this right here is day 1 of the training manual for the online course, Mentalnance. And we talked about the first step, defining what mentalness is. If I talk again, I'll talk some more about mentalness. Okay? And if I don't, and I don't mean to be like, hard, I just don't. So let me say this. Let me read this. Mentalness is thought management. What is mentalness? Thought management. Or thesaurus, right? A different perception of the same thing. Or establishing a ruling disposition. Or establishing a thought pattern group of, or establishing a thought pattern. Pause, right? It is a group of related thoughts or mindset that totally dominates the landscape. It's a dominator. It dominates the landscape. So on this 63-day journey, you have to remember that every day you have to consciously think the thoughts that you need to think, or the thoughts that are necessary to take you to your desired end. Those are the thoughts that must dominate. Those are the thoughts that must dominate. Again, those are the thoughts that must dominate if you want to change this thing. Now, if you still want to play around like I did forever, probably, then you just do. But you got a desire to change. I mean, that's why you're here in the first place. You got a desire to do this. So maybe you need to frequently do something. Frequently do this until that frequent become a frequency. Okay? It is okay. Okay. Mentalness is thought management, or establishing a ruling disposition, or establishing a thought pattern group, a group of related thoughts or mindset that totally dominates the landscape. Totally dominates the landscape. Now, look like I've been talking about 48 minutes. And I want this thing to be about an hour. So we got about like 10 more minutes that we can talk. Now, I wanted to read, I was talking about the days. You got to be committed to this every day. Be committed to it every day. Now, if some days you don't do as much as you like, just make sure that you're changing. I mean, that you're working on this every day. Every day. Now, I shouldn't say I came across, but I'm a part of the life management system with the most intelligent in the room, unless I'm there, though. You know what I'm saying? You need to join the life. I suggest that you join the life management system. And you can email him, masterteacher33@gmail.com, and ask him about joining it. But if you get the Dick and Ear report, I think that kind of like, depending on how much it is, you might just be a part of the group anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think that will be something really good, because this guy is spitting some knowledge. And if you really want to know some truth, today we got to be seeking after two things, baby. You need to be seeking after love, and you need to be seeking after truth. And me, the only person I know that's spitting some real, I personally know him. But I did talk to Billy Carson one time. I feel like we, vibrational equipment, but Master Teacher 33 is spitting some knowledge. So if you want to expand your consciousness, you do need to join that group. But let me read this to you. Facts don't lie. Feelings do. If you want a new language, so the new language that you're learning in the thought management, and the new language that you frequencing, which is going to give you frequencies, going to unlock your divinity, it's going to give you a new consciousness. I thought that was so cool. And then the movie you play in your head manifests in your hand. So think about that. The movie that you play in your head manifests in your hand. The movie that you play in your head manifests in your hand. So you can use those words that you speak frequently. Those words that you speak in frequency is molding that picture. So how you going to mold yours? Okay? The world is based on patterns. Do you know yours? Do you know your pattern? I know mine. 2, 3, 5, 8, 0, 8, 1, 0, 1, and 5, 2, 7. Do you know your pattern? Do you know your pattern? This is why you need to get the full Dick and Ear report from Doc. Or just, this is going to be about this much. You know what I'm saying? I will give you the church just some bare basic. You at least know your numbers. That's a start. Yay. Now I can do that for $20. Now if you wanted me to do that, you send the payment to $, to my Cash App, $, MENTALNANCE. And this is the language of the universe. I am, I can, and I have. And I am, and you should repeat after me, I am an expression of God on earth. I am. I can do all things through Christ Jesus. I have everything I need for life and godliness. I hope you repeated after me and really meant it when you said it. The language of the universe. Focus on your numbers. Focus on your numbers. Now, this is what I'm doing. Now, this is probably too much information to give you, but what the heck? You are here for purpose. I'm here for purpose. Everybody here for purpose, whether they realize it or not. I found my purpose, December 2020. That's when I found my purpose. And when I found my purpose, it took from December 2020 till now for me to actually come out. So what's that, 2021? This is like 22. Because it's a lot to actually take in. And then plus, you're just getting some new stuff. You want some stuff and it don't stuff start, you want it, but something, because you got old habits. Sometimes it take a little bit longer for you to get out of that. And then, anyway, things happen, but I can see myself actually doing. I was frequent. So So, and I develop a frequency so I can see it starting to pay off. But anyway, you and we're all supposed to be having products, services, and information. And so where I'm at in my life is just like, how can I bloom where I'm planted? That's powerful. How can I bloom where I'm planted? And see, it's so much stuff. How can I serve today? And this is a big one. Remember, in going through these 63 days, the next 62 days, distractions causes inaction. Okay? Poverty is a mental state that says, I need something. Abundance is a mental state that says, I have something. And in both cases, reality is not required. And remember this right here. Thoughts become things. That's just how powerful they are. They become things. So, watch what you think. Watch what you think. Well, I got my book, Mentalnance. You can go to my website, www.mentalnance, mentalnance.com, to check my book out and check out the website. It need to be updated, but that's okay. I'll get it done, right? But this is my book. If you actually want it, it's $20. It's still on sale right now. Because the regular price on it, I did $49, and then I went down to $39, and now, $29.99, and now it's $20. You can send the payment to me at $Mentalnance, Mentalnance 59. Make sure you include your email address so that I can send you the e-copy. And, I have my water machine, my Coggin water machine. Check out my website, www.wellnesswater.com. And I got flags for people who are in Saginaw, Michigan only. My black flags, my 3 favorite colors are together, red, black, and green. But you know what? I still do like those. I got my heart go out for my Keep Line brothers and sisters. It really do go out. But you know what? I am taking on a new classification. And the new classification that I'm taking on is like God. Because we're all little gods. Not the big one, the little one. I am an expression of God on earth. So whatever you classify, that's what I just learned last night. Whatever you classify, that what verifies you. Who wouldn't want to be verified as God? All knowing, all loving, all simple, all power, all present. Who wouldn't want to be associated with that? So I'm changing my thoughts. And to change them thoughts, because I am healthy, I am. I'm going to have to really fight for this. This is God's body. So I got to do it right. I can no longer just treat it any kind of way. Oh, and I'll drink to that. Cannot do it no more. And I'm just so excited about these 63 days, and I'm glad that I made a decision to do that. I was going to do this whether people pay and join this actual first session or not. This was going to go down. Even if I got to just talk to the camera, or even if I just talk, this was going down this day. It was going down. Because I do not want that old life anymore. And so I made a decision. And I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going. And I invite you, to establish ruling mental dispositions so that you can live the best life for you. And to do that is going to take work. And from everything I've been learning about what we actually here for, and what we're supposed to be doing, the only thing... God just want us to be good. I mean, even remember when I used to be in the church. Because I used to go to the church all the time. And one thing I used to always say is this: do you know what Jesus? Even though that stuff was fake, I said, do you know what but this right here was good? The only thing that God want to do for us is good. That's the only thing He wants us to do. He wants us to be happy, to live our best life. He wants us to He just want to do good to us. Even with that fake Jesus over there in Christianity, even if you just want to go with that, what is wrong with being good? And that's what somebody wants from you, for you to be good. They want to do for you stuff to only just make you be good. But it is a, catch 22. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something. But just think, the stuff that you're doing now, where have that gotten you to? Are you really happy? Really? Because if you're not really happy, then, you can make some changes. I'm still going through this myself. I'm not there for real. But I see the end in the beginning. I'm going to be 40 pounds healthier by the 63rd day. And my mind of health shall be established. It's established now. Can you dig it? But this has been like really good, and I look forward to actually doing the next talk. I will let you know when we will be doing another what word do I want to use for this? When we will I will let you know the date and time of the next training, because we got 21 days that we're going to be dealing with pulling down the stronghold. That is the first of 3 21-day parts. The second, we're going to be identifying the behavior that we want to change. The third, we're going to be maintaining the established, ID'd new way of thinking. So, brothers and sisters, hey, brothers and sisters, that just came to my mind. Brothers and sisters, until we meet again. I love you.